For the next combination, I'm going with the Hermes against the Hydra. I do like the Hermes, even though it has kind of a bad reputation, I think. But I think it's interesting, and after defeating the duo, I want to go back to the Hydra, probably not the Dread, but before I continue with other motherships, I think I want to get another Hermes game in. First skill choice is between the Respite Recharge and the Old Necklace. That's an interesting choice against an unprotected mothership. The Respite Recharge is very interesting to kind of ban enemies forever. So once you put them under the pile, you won't probably see them again, unless you are really wanting to go through the pile. And the Old Necklace would also mean that for 1 energy I can ignore all the mothership abilities and attacks, so both arms and the middle section, which I think is quite good actually, because you don't need to spend a laser or a maneuver token, but you can spend an energy instead. So seeing that we are starting with level 1 enemies anyway, well, they are buffed by the arm. I don't see myself banning a level 1 enemy under the pile and not seeing it again, which could be interesting, but yeah, let's just go with the Old Necklace. Then we prepare the bag. And we get our second skill, the extra skill from the Hermes, which is the palm device. Very nice. And we have to keep in mind that all targets require 1 extra laser to destroy. So together with the right arm, even the level 1 enemies will need 2 extra lasers to destroy. That sounds quite hard. So first pile of plans gives us a lot of laser power and 2 maneuver tokens. Enemy arrivals are a Fury, a Scout, a Reaver, and a Venom. So 2 enemies that can make us draw, one by being destroyed, one by being evaded. And we have access to the overdrive with the Venom, very interesting. And the Scout is, well, not that interesting, I would say. So we don't have any energy to use any of these skills, but we could try to draw by destroying the Fury, for example, but we can't actually, because it takes 5 laser to destroy. So maybe outmaneuvering the Reaver is the solution here. Laser tokens would be discarded at the end of turn anyway. I have to keep in mind that the arm also increases the maneuver threshold by 1, so we can't even evade the Reaver. So the only option we really have is evading the Scout or blasting the Venom with 4 lasers. That would be enough, but then we wouldn't be able to stun everything. So I think we should just distribute the tokens and be done with it. Probably means that we disable the middle section just with a level 1 laser. So having no energy or no reflect means that we do have enough tokens to stun everything. So to not have this discarded, I probably want to put that here. The overdrive I'm really interested in, so I might even put the 2 lasers here. And the remaining question is what to evade, what to destroy, or let's say what is more likely. This would give us 2 tokens. This would just give us a laser, but yeah, why not? Then again, if I flip this and I disable the arm, this will be evaded right away. This could give us the ability to draw more, but you don't want to draw with both, I think. And I already put this here, well, also because of the special ability, and the P token as the propulsion can anyway. I think I'd leave it like this. So in the enemy attack phase, the Fury is outmaneuvered, so it was stunned. Scout is stunned, the middle section is stunned, the Reaver is stunned, and the Venom is stunned as well. Which means the next pile of plans gives us 5 of the remaining 6 tokens in the bag. So I've drawn all the energy, the reflect, and 1 maneuver token, so there's a level 1 laser left in the bag. I'm tempted to use the Old Necklace now, just to ignore the arm and the middle section. Well, I can charge it definitely, but I'm also tempted to use the palm device. We have to think about drawing, but drawing just 1 token as well. I could use the palm device to draw whatever I buy right away. And we could also use the reflect to get an overdrive into the bag. This is 3 damage because it's 2 reflected to 3. I already have 2, that's 5. Maybe I should have known that. And if I use the Old Necklace, it's actually enough to just add 1 more damage. That's a bit sad. But then again, if I add the overdrive now, then add the maneuver token here by disabling the arm, I will draw, which is the last laser. Well, maybe I should draw the last laser first, then I can just easily destroy this. But what would I even do with the reflect then? If I draw the overdrive, I can evade more stuff. That's the idea here. So if I destroy this, get the overdrive, draw, put the overdrive here, this will evade this and this. So I will be able to evade everything except this, which I will destroy. Then I can use the palm device to buy something. which I can also draw and put to a hold. I think that's a good plan. So let's put this back. So we would definitely activate the pawn device and remove a level 1 energy from the game, because the rest I need. So I have to use this to activate this then, so I can actually draw, but doesn't matter in which orientation I do it. I will overpay 1. So I'm gaining 1 token from the supply. What to get? So I'm thinking about power token. I will definitely not get a propulsion cannon. An overdrive we already get from the Venom, and we will see the Venom multiple times. You could get a whirlwind, that would be interesting. I'm not that fond of the Electrobot, and the reflect also doesn't help as much. We could also go for a high level energy token to buy things, but if we buy now we won't have it in the hold, but it's not a big deal actually. I think I will want to go for one of the most expensive tokens there is, the level 3 energy, which costs 4 energy. So this goes to the back. This was the palm device. We'll then activate the old necklace to ignore all mothership powers, which means that assigning this here, so this doesn't change anything because of the Hermes ability. This is not destroyed yet. So we use the reflect, which is total overkill. Nevertheless, it will destroy the Venom. We get an overdrive token. We then add a second maneuver, and since the arm is now stunned from the old necklace, well, not stunned, but the ability is disabled, we will evade the Reaver, which makes us draw the content of the bag. If we then add the overdrive here, this will evade both of them, and I can't really destroy anything anyway, so I will probably put this on hold. With the, oh, how many tokens do we actually add to the bag then? It's already 3, so if we buy 2, we would even have another turn. We still have to stun the... No, we have the old necklace, so the middle section won't do any damage. But we are adding a lot of cheap tokens to the bag, and I don't think we want to see a line of level 2 enemies with just level 1 energy tokens and a level 1 laser, another level 1 laser. So, and if we buy 2 tokens, it won't be good tokens anyway. So yeah, let's use the overdrive to get a level 1 energy, another level 1 energy, and a level 1 laser. So we add all of these to the bag. And with the 3 energy, we are buying something. I think that's the better combination with the palm device. If you can draw it right away, you get something to buy something that is equivalently good, because everything else can be bought with 3 energy anyway. And I think I want to stock up on whirlwinds now, so that next war we can go deeper and evade the level 2 enemies more easily. Alright, so in the enemy attack phase, the middle section is not attacking because of the old necklace, and everything else is destroyed. So the pilot plans give us 4 tokens, which was by design, because we did not want to battle a level 2 enemy line with just these things here. And this ends the warp. So everything besides the level 1 laser token goes back to the bag. We refresh the skills, shuffle the level 1 enemies back on top of the deck. Then we are in warp 2 and get another skill. The choice between loop around and the split laser. Alright, so I have to say that loop around I never get around to activating if you don't really focus on that. And the maneuver token is quite expensive because you can actually do something with this. So I'm not sure I'm getting around to getting so many maneuver tokens and then tossing one because it's permanently activated, so I have to remove it from the game. I just don't see it, especially the level 1 tokens do not get me maneuver tokens. So the split laser, even though it's not like an insanely good skill, it's just one, well, it's still one laser against all targets. It does not stun, but it does help with all these stacking of thresholds here. So let's take the split laser and we draw first pilot plans, which is the reflect and the level 2 laser, 2 maneuver tokens, and the 3 energy we bought, which is unfortunate because it's quite too expensive to use on this. But let's get our enemy line back, which is the Fury, the Scout, the Venom, and the Reaver. Actually, there is an evade token, but it's behind the Venom, which gives us the overdrive. So I'd rather take the overdrive if possible. Yeah, so this is the reason why we probably won't get too many maneuver tokens from this level 1 line. So this would already be 3 against the Venom. So we can try to not do extreme overkill this time. So for example, this would kill it, because this is 4. And we do need still 4 because the arm is active. This is always good to place on the Reaver. And with the arm active, this won't even do anything. So I'd rather... Well, we could use this for the split laser instead, but it doesn't do anything. Because even to destroy this, we would need 3 more lasers. Unless we stun the arm, which I don't want, and it doesn't stun. So let's be efficient here. Take the overdrive token, stun this. I will probably stun the middle section with laser fire. Maybe we can destroy it in this warp. That would be nice. Then I want to place this probably here to again get more tokens. We do have a lot of shields, so we can remove all these level 1 tokens we get. And if we just keep this in our hold, we won't have anything in the discard pile anyway. Well, we do, because we want to destroy this. But we can remove a level 1 laser. Then we could also buy something right away. I don't mind removing this from the game. We already got a level 1 laser, but 2 level 1 energies. So I could use this to buy a maneuver token and a level 1 laser just to replace this. And I might want to do this, well, there's no haste actually. Using the reflect on anything but the Venom or Reaver is quite of a waste. And with the Reaver, I'd rather draw than get the propulsion cannon, but not this turn. I think I just keep it in a hold. There's no haste to buy. I don't need to draw these things, so this won't be that cool of a token. So let's execute this. This is 3-4 damage, which is enough. Which destroys the Venom again, gives me the second overdrive. And in the enemy attack phase, the middle section was stunned, the Fury was stunned, the Reaver was stunned, but the Scout was not, so I get 1 damage and remove a level 1 laser from the game permanently. Yeah, alright. Pilot plans. Gives me a lot of energy, a little bit of laser power and a whirlwind. And the enemy rival is a Torment. That sounds quite interesting with the whirlwind, because it can give us a level 3 laser token. So I probably want to stun this with the whirlwind, but I don't have enough to stun everything. So we should think about drawing, and that's the problem. We will need 1 more maneuver here and stun the arm to actually draw using this. And to draw using this, even if we stun the arm, we would need 4 damage, 5 otherwise. That's a lot of damage. Split laser won't do anything as well. So I think I don't have much of a choice. I need to draw. So I need to use the whirlwind, unfortunately, for the Reaver. And use this to ignore the mothership ability and draw. Because I do need more firepower. This just doesn't cut it here. It's sad, but I think I have to do it. Yeah. So let's activate the old necklace. So this goes here. Then the arm is disabled. So this will evade the Reaver, and we draw 3 tokens. So another energy, another laser, but also maneuver token, but in particular not the overdrive yet. And we have only 3 tokens in the bag, so we need to add 2. I think I want to evade the Fury since I'm already at it. So with the disabled arm, this gives us level 1 energy, level 1 laser, which is already 2 tokens. I will then definitely use the palm device to remove something from the game, which would be a level 1 laser then, and take any 1 token. And I think I should use take some firepower if you want to destroy the middle section. So reflect might actually be better than a level 3 laser. Is this true? Well, against the mothership, it doesn't even work against the mothership. Yeah, it's only against enemies. So we take a level 3 laser token just to help with the middle section. So this was the palm device. We do really need to stun the Torment, otherwise we would get a lot of damage. And I think I want to stun the Scout, because why take... Well, I added lots of level 1 energy, so maybe this is actually something that I don't want to... I think I'd rather charge the split laser, and then we also buy. So for 3 energy, what do we get? We would have 5 in total. I think I'm spending both for 5, and then taking a maneuver token. This is never bad to have. And then a level 3, which is maybe yet another level 3 laser, because then we can really just blast down the middle section. I think this is what I want to do. The power tokens I already started getting. The overdrive I will get from the level 1 enemy anyway. These are not that important as this as well. Let's just take level 3 laser. Alright, so any enemy attacks, this was disabled by the old necklace. This is stunned, so we get 1 damage again. And I remove a level 1 energy. And then we draw. We have far more than 5 tokens by now. So I did draw 1 of the level 3 lasers, but not both. A little bit of energy and an overdrive, which is fine, I think. Enemy rivals are a Vengeance, which gives us the Electrobot or level 3 laser, and a Berserk. Cannot be stunned with lasers. So how many tokens do I have in the bag? So it's 3. And there will be a level 3 laser in there. I'm tempted to put this here because it cannot be stunned with lasers and I won't destroy it with lasers. So this is then taken care of for this turn. This is also taken care of, and I would be interested in evading it. So this deals more damage when stunned, so I'm tempted to just ignore it. Which means I could stun the Scout, stun the mothership, just not destroy anything. And I would have 2 more energy, which I think I will invest. Oh, I have to add something to the bag, right? Yeah, I have to add 2 things to the bag, unfortunately. Can I destroy anything? So the split laser would not help. Okay, so I would have to assign it differently. So this would almost destroy the scout, but then my chances to destroy the middle section are dwindling. No, I think I want to stack this here, stun this, but I have to add 2 things. So I would have to add 2 level 1 lasers. I think I'm actually okay with this. I have so much shield that I can thin out the back if this actually becomes a problem. And I will probably take some damage next turn. So let's just pay these 2 for 2 level 1 lasers. So in the enemy attack phase, the scout was stunned, the torment and the berserk were outmaneuvered and stunned, the middle section was stunned, and this deals 1 damage, since I did not stun it. So I take another shield damage, and I remove another level 1 token from the game. Unfortunately, I don't have a level 1 laser token here yet, but it's this turn then. And the pilot plans give us the content of our bag, if I didn't miscalculate. Yeah, so the overdrive, level 3 laser, maneuver, and 2 level 1 lasers. And I think this will be a nice turn. There's no new enemy rivals because I didn't destroy anything. The middle mothership section is currently at 5 damage, and it needs 8 to be destroyed, so 3 more. So this would just kill it. And I think I have enough to... Well, we could activate the split laser. So this is the only thing that makes me hesitate here, because then the level 1s would be enough, and this could maybe destroy something else. So let's see what else I can get. If I stun the arm, then an overdrive and a maneuver token would be good enough to evade one of those. Drawing doesn't mean much to me currently. I think I want this level 3 laser, but these would be taken care of, so I don't need to deal with this. Then I would need to stun the arm to actually make this happen. I still want to destroy the middle section. I could destroy the scout, but to what end actually? I have enough tokens already. I think that's progress. So let's just destroy this. By adding 3, it was up to 8. So the middle section is destroyed. Then I stun the arm, use the overdrive and maneuver, which brings it up to 3. And with the stunned arm, that's actually enough to evade the torment. This is locked in. This goes here. Then I add another level 3 laser. And I will just stun the scout, and I'll just leave that charged, I think. So in the enemy attack phase, this is stunned, this doesn't matter, and I get 1 damage from the vengeance, which now allows me to get rid of a level 1 laser token. And this brings us to pilot plans, which gives me a level 3 laser, but this ends the warp. So we have stocked up on quite a number of level 1 lasers, but we also removed the initial one, so we pretty much just replaced them, and we added 3 level 3 lasers already. So this I have drawn in the end, so I don't have nothing in the hold. Let's just put all this back in the bag. But I think that's good progress, and the second warp to destroy the middle section is really nice. Let's refresh the skills. Split laser is still charged. And then we shuffle the enemies, and I think we have 1 more level 2 enemy to reveal. So let's see. So we put them back here, and the next skill choice is between the adaptive nanofiber and the perfect plan. So this prevents 1 damage in the enemy attack phase, but it needs a permanent reduction of 3 energy from the pool. With the palm device, I at least have a chance to really easily get a lot of energy. And the perfect plan means that tokens I buy this turn go directly into my pool, but I do have to activate it with a maneuver token. But I do like this, because I do have a level 3 energy token, so I can buy whatever I just need. Maybe this is also a way to get rid of more of these small energy tokens. I think I want to try it. I don't have that much energy to buy, and it would cost me a maneuver, which I usually like to spend in another way anyway. Let's try the nanofiber. We are in warp 3 now, and the first pilot plans gives us an overdrive maneuver, a level 3 and level 1 laser, and 1 regular energy, which is nice because I have lots of level 1 energy skills. First enemy rivals are the Vengeance right away, a Scout, which I don't like that much, the Fury, okay, and the Venom. Alright, so the Vengeance I'd rather destroy than get the Electrobot. Last time I just ignored it. Scout, I didn't care that much what to do with it. Here I would rather draw, and here I could get my last overdrive or get another maneuver token. So I could use the old necklace and the split laser. I think I'd charge it anyway, unless I'm using the palm device. But currently I think if I activate those both, then the arm effect is ignored, and then the Hermes special ability is counteracted with the split laser. So the notations that I actually see here are exactly the right ones. So for example, I can just kill the Fury, and this would allow me to draw and maybe kill more stuff. I think I want to try that. Let's just kill the Fury and then draw 3 tokens. So there is more laser power and 1 more maneuver token. These are both discarded because the skills are activated. Let's not forget that. So we should or we could kill this with 4 due to the split laser. This counteracts the Hermes. And then I could evade the Venom, so I would not get another overdrive. But then again, if I want to go for this arm now, I probably should blast it down, so because it's quite costly otherwise. So my thinking is that I might want to stack this here, but not kill it yet. We could already stack these 2 on the arm and just take the damage, I think. So this assign would mean that I get 1 damage, which I don't care that much about, to be honest. So let's use these 4 damage here to get another level 3 laser. This won't destroy it, unfortunately, but keeping this around, it's just a very bad ability for me. And getting like outmaneuvering, like evading this for level 1 energy token to not have it for the arm, I don't think that's a good play. I think I'd rather keep it here because it doesn't do much, to be honest. So in the enemy attack phase, this is stunned. The arm was stunned with the old necklace anyway, and I added 2 maneuver tokens. And this gives me a damage, and I remove a level 1 from the game. So these abilities are already used, and I have the palm device and adaptive nanofiber left. So we draw the next pilot plans. Alright, so a lot of firepower and overdrive. So we have 2 overdrives now, Reflect and a Whirlwind. And the enemy rivals are a Reaver and a Berserk. So we could just defeat the arm, but I think we should have more maneuver tokens in the bag, and I'd rather use them. What do I want to kill? Because I have a lot of firepower. Maybe getting another Reflect from the Berserk is interesting. Outmaneuvering this would take 3, which I don't have currently. Well, I do have the Whirlwind. So maybe I do just draw. Yeah. I think I'm not that keen on the Reflect anyway, because there's no Mothership part alive that actually needs damage and it wouldn't work against it. So let's just add this here. So this is 2 maneuver. It's not a level 1 enemy, so it just takes 3. So adding an overdrive will do the trick. And I think I put that here because I want to kill this in the regular way. But I currently don't have a plan to stun the arm. Well, let's draw first, because for this it's not important. This is 3 against the Berserk, 3 maneuvers, so this is evaded. This is discarded, this is locked in, and I'm drawing now. Let's see what we get. A level 1 laser, perfect, a maneuver token and an energy. This is nice, because this can mean that I am now stunning the arm, which then automatically evades the scout. So I get a level 1 energy. So the Venom only takes 3 now, because of the Hermes still, but the arm effect is gone. So I can kill it with a level 3 laser and get me the last overdrive. So we should use the palm device with 1 energy, and I want to remove this from the game, instead get a level 3 energy token. So since we have the left arm left, and I'm tempted to just play the Reflect here, because this counts as 3. The arm is blocked. Well, I need 4 still. Or do I just want to assign the overdrive here? No, I think it's total overkill. Do I want a photon blast? Not really. So I think I give me the ability to draw. Let's see how many tokens we still have in the bag. So that's at least 5. Okay. So I want the ability to draw next turn. So I keep the overdrive here. So I'm not defeating the arm yet. Do I keep the 3 or the Reflect? Usually if the level 2 enemies are any good, they will have 2 attack anyway. And it might go higher. And it's irrelevant against the Mothership. So I might as well if I assign it here, it's already, no, it's not dead. Okay, so I can leave the options open, so to speak. So this, even with the arm disabled, this is not enough for this, and is not enough for this because of the Hermes. So I will do it like this. In the enemy attack phase, the Reaver is just stunned by laser fire and a maneuvering. The arm was stunned, but doesn't matter too much. And we go to the next pilot plans. There's already 5 energy. Let's move the Reflect out here. And the enemy rivals are the Torment, a Silence. This we haven't seen yet. And then there will be a level 3 enemy, which is the Goliath. Alright. So unfortunately we don't have 6 energy yet. But I think I will just, think about what I do with these enemies. They don't have any special abilities anyway. So yeah, let's just kill the arm. Let's be done with this. Which means the Reaver is now defeated with any laser fire. Let's just draw, I think. Let's put the overdrive here. This evades these 2. No, it stuns these 2. But in particular, I can now draw with the Reaver. So I'm drawing 3 tokens. Oh, the overdrive stays locked in at the Torment. If I draw any energy, the run is just over. I only have 2 tokens in the bag. I should have known that. Let's see. There's the energy. Okay, so we assign 6 energy to left arm. The left arm is destroyed and we win with Hermes against the Hydra. So I think getting the palm device as the Hermes skill was really insane, because for 1 energy removing any of the starting tokens and then taking any token from the pool, including the level 3s, means I can use them to buy, and then specifically against the Hydra they are really good to just destroy it after all. Then the old necklace was also quite nice, because then I can disable the arm and the middle section without paying 2 tokens. That makes it much more efficient, and in particular I can use energy. The nanofiber, again, all these activation skills, I never get around to doing this. So yeah, haven't used that. Split laser I think I used once, but it's really not the MVP skill here. Alright, but I think that concludes Hermes against the Hydra. Not really a complicated fight, I would think. So see you in the next game.